Hello, everybody. Welcome to another stream. I don't know why my webcam thing's not working. Let's try this again. Gotta open files. Why do things never just work right? Oh my. Alright, well, I guess no fucking webcam then. This is kinda dumb, but. Obviously it's working. It's just not working. I don't understand. Yeah, OBS is just being dumb, I guess. I can't really restart it now cuz I just started streaming. let me restart. And it's still not. Nope, it's even worse. It's not working. I don't understand. I I just don't I don't understand. It's not that hard. This was working yesterday. Why is it not working now? If I fucking open VLC, it fucking appears. I don't understand this. I mean, I need to configure the, okay, well, you know what? It's fine. And I'm probably not even streaming YouTube, because YouTube probably thinks I fucking ended the stream. Yeah. God damn it. This is so frustrating. Why? Alright, now it's working. Computers just piss me off sometimes, and I don't understand. Alright, well, I do need to up the camera settings, so now we need to find the command for it. Gphoto, set config ISO equals 1600. Not G. We'll up the. Oh, I think it was already at that. Can I get config ISO? Probably want to like turn that way up. Alright, now you can see. There we go. And once the sun starts coming out, I'm gonna have to turn it down a bit. Alright. What a pain. What a mother freaking pain. Alright, well, hello everybody. Welcome to another stream. This is an early one, so it's 6:35 in the morning. I've been up since like 5:30, so not the funnest thing, but I figured since I'm already up early, I might as well just start streaming. So, yep. Let's see. I need to reset the stream and the stream overlay on my little controller. Don't ask again. I don't need to do that. Alright, looks like ads will be starting in a minute, so... I guess I'll wait for ads to finish. So, today I want to work on translating all these event types over to Rust and then handling them. At least, yeah. I did want to figure out how to do, chat commands and stuff in here. I'm not entirely sure how I want to handle it. I really like the system I have in the JavaScript where you just annotate your a class with the register command annotation. So for example, like the alert command, like this is all I have to do. And then as long as all of these are actually imported, then and then it works. But I don't think I can do something like that in Rust. I could probably do some macro stuff. Not that I really want to figure out how to do that. Looks like ads have started. Oh my goodness, ads. Oh, the ads, why? Yeah, okay. Looks like we're back from ads. I'm not entirely sure how I would handle the commands thing, because it's nice to have them just automatic. Okay, get rid of that. It's nice to just kind of have them automatically load themselves in, so I don't have to like go and manually enter a line to add them to like a hash map or something somewhere. It's just tedious to do, but in the end, maybe it's just not that big of a deal. It's also nice to kind of have them in their own files, but then again, like some of them are just like a few lines long. So like having them in having them all in a single file together is probably not that bad because I don't really have that many commands. And like a lot of the commands are just kind of related. So like if I started adding commands for like other stuff, maybe like if there's some like game or interactivity stuff, that could probably all just go in its own file. Like the game interactivity commands could go in a separate file from these commands, which are just kind of like the basic stream commands. That could probably be fine. Because, like, I mean, it is nice to have it as, like, a small file, but, like, in the end, it's not really that important. I already have this long ass file. It's mostly just stuff for the fucking chat message event. Oh my god, it's gonna be such a pain to translate all these in the Rust classes. Alright, so we have the chat message event. I guess the next one is the chat message delete event, which is a lot simpler. I wonder if there's such a thing as a okay. New window. TypeScript to Rust converter. I mean, I don't really want AI, but you know. I also need to remember to do this. The TTS device. So that I can actually hear the TTS. This would be kind of nice.
Test.
Alright, let's see. This needs to go here. Can I take this? See, that's quite useful, because this would take literal ages. I guess the problem is that I need to do this, and then I need to add public in front of all of these, which is annoying, but chat message delete event. Then we have the raid, follow, subscribe. Raid, follow, subscribe. Anonymous cheer event. That's kind of annoying. I've typed it that way. Ad break begin, and then channel reward redemption. I just cannot be fucked to try and convert all this code right now. It's just like really tedious to... Oh, it's added these for me. Raid event. Follower event. Subscription event. Anonymous cheer, identified cheer. These are both the same, so I need to remember to change that. The only reason I have this is because these values are null if this value is true. Whereas that. And then I have the actual like cheer event type, which is either or of these. It just helps with typing stuff. But in the end, I don't think this actually helped at all. TypeScript moment. Go ahead and paste that in. We already have that. See the raid event, that should be fine. I think these are all just strings, except the viewer, which is a number, which is actually probably a string. The Twitch API just... I don't understand. They say they return a number in the JSON, but they actually return like a string most of the time. But then sometimes they say they return a string in the number, and then they do return a string in the number. And other times they say they return a string in the number, but they actually return a number. I don't understand. I don't want to try to understand. So the cheer event... I believe this is the proper thing. Yeah, I was gonna say, these need to be options. I don't think... I think these are usually just null if they aren't provided. This is just a cheer event. Ad break begin. Yeah, it's like, why are these strings? Duration in seconds. A string. Huh? Is automatics a boolean? in a string. Who the fuck designed this system? Oh my goodness. Or maybe I just typed them as strings. But really it should be booleans, or it could be translated to. Okay, so that seems fine. Although I actually really don't care about serialization of these. I just need to be able to deserialize. And then I also need to make all these structs public, so that's fun. This is so tedious. I think there's a faster way to do this, but I don't care that much. Alright, that should be fine. Yeah, okay. So, I guess then the next thing to do is probably, actually start handling these events and translating my, JavaScript code over. Some of this stuff, I guess, depends on me having, like, the actual database working. So, notification type, channel delete message. Channel raid. Notification type. Follow. Then we have the subscribe. I'm just trying to do it in the order that I have it in here. Then we have the cheer. Channel ad break begin. Notification type. Channel points custom rewards status update ad. I don't know why that's so long. Like if someone follows me, it's yeah, pretty much. I guess there's this that needs to happen on each of these. Chat message delete event. Raid event. Follow event. Subscription event. Cheer event. Ad break begin. I guess I should just make a function that does this so the line's not super long. Parse event. So let's see. I need to do some generics. So the type, then the payload, sort of JSON value, then the result is a type. Basically, we want to do this whole thing. Without the unwrap. This is T. Then we can do this instead. Parse event. Then we just give it the payload. Oh, no, I don't want to clone. I want a reference to the payload. I guess this doesn't need to be async. There we go. That's a little bit cleaner than this. Okay, so then we can change it here. This is a follower event. Subscription event. Cheer event. Ad break begin. So this really long line. becomes a little bit shorter, which is much better in my opinion. I don't know if I actually need to clone this. Cannot move. Okay, then yes. So right now, I guess the next thing I'm gonna have to do is implementing the database and also the overlay WebSocket. Which probably isn't actually that hard. Oh my goodness. The database stuff makes me annoyed a lot of the time, to be honest. In Rust, I should say. The SQLX thing. Because you gotta, like, make the migrations for the database, and then you gotta compile them, and let's see. Cargo build. One of my project builds. Yes, with tons of warnings. That's just to make that warning go away, because I do not care. Unused variable Twitch event, or Twitch client. That's fine. I'm going to end up using it in here. Like, for example, if I was to get a raid, we can use the Twitch client. I don't know what the hell you think you're doing. Send announcement to chat. I guess there's no reason to make this announcement, because I think Twitch already does that. The shout out, though. Because I think Twitch already does that. Let's do a to-do database stuff. Yay. Twitch client dot shoutout user. Then it's the event dot from broadcaster user ID. As string. All right. There's also the broadcast overlay stuff, which might be tricky. Maybe
Just
not.
a warning. Ads are starting in 1 minute.
Thanks for the warning, TTS. To do broadcast to overlay. So I guess those are two things that I need to figure out is how to make the WebSocket server for broadcasting to the overlay. And the database stuff. I think I'll focus probably on the database stuff this stream, just because that's probably the more important. Well, yeah, I guess so. It's also probably the more tedious of stuff. How am I doing the database stuff in JavaScript? I did want to make the commands work. I could work on the command system, but I also kind of need the database. Database TypeScript. I think I have like prepared statements. I just have like I don't know why my monitor's been doing this. It like just goes black for a few seconds. And then my speakers also like pop. I don't know what is going on with that. It's just this monitor too. So that's fun, I guess. It's also my expensive good monitor, so hopefully it's not that the monitor is broken. But then again, hopefully it is the monitor that's broken, because if the GPU is what's broken, that's even more expensive, so. Waiting for the ad break to finish. Alright, so yeah. I suppose I could do the database stuff. Because that's gonna be the most annoying part. Probably don't want to commit my env file to Git. In fact, I don't know why that's there. It's because it's that one. Uh, Git ignore. It should be ignored, but it's not. Because when does git ignore ever fucking work? Like, actually, like, can you fucking work? I, I do not understand. I just don't understand why the fucking git ignore does not work 90% of the time. Like, is it really that hard? I just don't understand. Rust beginnings. Why is a branch name master? I need to configure my Git. Git set default branch name to main. Git config global init default branch name main. Yeah, I guess I can work on this stupid database thing. No, I didn't want to do that. Actually, do I? I mean, it's probably easy. A quick win would be setting up the WebSocket for the WebSocket stuff for the actual overlay. Let's see. Rust create WebSocket server. I don't want all this bullshit. Can I just get like a simple Tokyo Spawn. Message is a text. Interesting. Hello server, send a message text. I also do already have existing code. This is WebSocket task. But this is got some extra stuff in it. Registration channel and then the command channel. Let's see. I don't remember how this works completely. Socket address, configure TokyoNet TCP listener. So that's just logging stuff. This loads the configuration file. There's also a bunch of like authentication related stuff in here. So that's why I don't really want to look at this code for trying to figure out how to do the WebSocket. So I guess I could do the database stuff. I think the WebSocket stuff I'm gonna have to ask my friend about. My Rust expert friend. They're not really like an expert, but well, I mean, I could call them an expert. Um, they certainly know more than I do, so. Yeah, I guess I can do some of the database stuff, which I don't actually know how to set up completely, so. My goodness, I am so tired. Um, Usage. SQL supports compile time checked queries. It does not, however, do this by providing a REST API. SQLX never has to parse the SQL string itself. Due to different amounts of information. Examples directory for more in-depth usage. A simple connection can be established using any of the database connection types and calling connect. Generally, you want to create a connection pool to regulate how many server-side connections it is using. Interesting. So it shouldn't be too hard. So I just need the database connection. So let's make a new database file. Pub struct database. So what are the things we need to store? We need to store the connection, which does not need to be implement db pub. What are you fucking talking about? Okay. Twitch API, because I forgot how to do some of this stuff. Oh, it's not a reference to self, it's just self. There we go. So basically I want to create cargo, and I do need the installation instructions. Pick one of the following. Oh my goodness. I don't even remember what dependencies I have. Let's see. Cargo. Tokyo. Should probably use that. We probably just want this one. Oops. Pressing all the wrong buttons. Refresh. Well, that loads. Go back to usage. So we want this. So we're not really doing much there. Connection needs to be a SQLX connection. Use SQLX connection. What? Connect to the URL. Unresolved import. For forward compatibility, you should separate runtime and TLS features. I think I need to add this, which is why it's being... Okay. Unused import. There we go. So we want a SQLite connection. Connect. No function associated. I see. Self connection. I think that's all I need to do. I could also store the URL, which is a reference to a string. Just do that. So I guess the other thing is we need to store... Actually, I don't think I need to store anything else. So... I guess I need to implement the actual functions. Um,
Just a warning. Ads are starting in 1 minute.
can you not do that? SQLX migrate run. SQLX migrate runs. I've kind of used this before, but I just don't, no such file or directory. While resolving migrations. Is there like a help? Migrate. Oh, that's running migration. I need to actually add a migration. Init. So this is basically these. What is in this table? The chatters events, and that's it. So that should be our table creation. Run all pending migrations. This probably doesn't have, the database URL. Or the database URL environment variable must be provided. Database URL. Forgot how to give a file path. Cool. Then I need to run this. So that stuff isn't completely broken. All right, so let's see. What things do I need? Init user, so pub async function. Create user. No, we're not making a fucking username and password thing. User ID. So we want the user ID, which is, I believe, a number. Or it's a string. I don't freaking remember. I mean, I guess I just wrote a migration. It is... Okay, it is in fact a string. Reference to a string or not. I don't know what the hell you think you're doing. There we go. SQLX query. Insert into chatters user ID and username. Man, I hate when there's so many warnings. It's so hard to find the actual error. Set database URL. Right, I guess I need to do that. I need to open my inv file. SQLite dot slash src slash overlay dot SQLite. Go and close that. Make sure that runs now. It doesn't. Oh, because I'm. There we go. Now it compiles. Very good. What is this complaining about? Set database URLs, use macros online, or run cargo SQLX prepare to update the query cache. I don't know what you're talking about. I did set the value, so joke's on you. As if I run it without the workspace, it might stop complaining, or it will continue to complain. Unused query that must be used. Oh, there's also the XP value, which we just set to 0. I think that's what it is. Oh, yeah. Need to actually execute. I believe that is a reference to self.connection. Or is it just that? Okay, what does this want? Execute provide the argument. Thanks. Is that how this shit works in here? If I go to this. I see. We're using a pool in here. DB SQLite pool. And you can just execute on self.0. I see. There's gotta be more. Generally you want to instead create a connection pool for the application and regulate how many server-side connections. Alright, I guess what I should be doing is returning interesting. So let's create user. Hub async function. I guess I do need an actual delete user function. SQLX. Delete from chatters where user ID. that would delete a user. Pub async, because it'd be nice if I ban someone from chat and they have like a low amount of XP to just delete their entry from the database, because now I think of it, chatters, I need to edit the database, sort by XP, because there are some people in here that are just those fucking spam bot things. I would like to just remove them. So the guilty, this guy, and this guy. There's so many of them. Honestly, feel like just completely pruning all of these that have just 10 XP, but some of them are people that have come in and said hi before. I mean, it is just 10 XP. It's not like you can even use the XP for anything anyways, so go push that up there. The other thing to make sure is that I'm not actually keeping their first time chatter event. Sadly, I'm the only one who has chatted in this stream. But yeah, like if I banned you or like timed you out or whatever the heck, and you have like 5,000 XP, you know, like I don't care. Unless I really hate you for some reason. But like if I ban you and you've only sent like a single message, it's probably because you're just a bot that just sent the stupid best viewers on streamview.com, removed the space, and then pings another person. Like, yeah. It just makes sense. Man, I'm starting to get really hungry because I have not eaten breakfast yet. Ooh, what's that? A raid. Yeah, see, Twitch does already announce it, technically. Imaginary villain, thank you for the raid. Party of 8. Ooh, this is exciting. Hello, everybody. My camera is suffering because there's no sunlight in here, so not much, so it's quite dark. But welcome everybody. I'm Inspur, if you don't know me already, which you probably don't. I'm working on my stream overlay stuff. I have arrived as promised. Don't forget to feed them. Twitch chat gets hungry. That's true. That's true. I am working on my stream overlay right now, and I am translating it from JavaScript, or I guess TypeScript, to Rust. I'm actually working on the database stuff right now. Although I should also feed the hungry viewers my falling sand simulation, which I can probably really quickly fire up. if the ID is not really slow. This is my main project, the falling sand simulation. It needs a lot of work, especially this main menu, but I'm quite proud of the main menu. I don't know what the heck was happening right there. I'm going to pretend that didn't happen. But yeah, this is my main project right now, although I haven't really worked on it that much recently, so there is that. Yeah. I thought there was a back to game button. That's probably why I keep clicking the main menu button. But yeah, this things are quite glitchy. But yeah, this is what I mostly work on. You can change the types and get some water. The simulation is not great at all. And every time you like cross a chunk boundary, there's a lag spike. I'm not sure if that's captured well by Twitch. But that's pretty much it. Right now though, I'm translating my stream overlay code stuff over to Rust. So that's been quite an adventure because I'm not super familiar with Rust. I'm working on the database stuff right now. I was just talking about yo, Matt Bird's Quest lurking back on mute. Coolio. Encoding overload. What are you talking about, OBS? Legendary Ninetales. I could see the lag kind of weird to me. You're using an open world template for that with level streaming. I'm not sure I quite understand. I am also still kind of waking up. It's still too early in the morning for me. But yes, there's quite a bit of lag. It's not the best. But yeah, currently the stream overlay is running in TypeScript. I've got to convert it over. But I was just talking about how I wanted to handle, like, if I ban a user, like, do I just completely delete them from the database no matter what and not track the XP anymore? Or do I just go and delete them only if they have like 10 XP, which means they've only sent a single message? Because I get, those stupid bots that come through, which is not great. Going to pass out now. Work is like 6 hours away. Drop lots of sand and toss in some waifus for good measure. Sleepy time. All right. Good night. Thanks for the raid. Hope you have a good sleep. I will make lots of sand fall. I do want to add like a falling sand kind of thing to the overlay. Obviously 2D. 3D is a bit much for the web. But yeah, I think if I was to ban a user, I would just remove them if they have like 10 XP. Because it's usually just those bots that come through are like, best viewers. And it's like, nah, I don't want you in my database either. If you're freaking giving me that stupid remove the space spam. And then there's also like the chat flag. So if I was to like run the credits, then you just get all those stupid bots that came up in the end of the credits, which I can't really interact with it to make it go faster, but yeah. All right, I need to finish writing this function. So update username. Hold on, I got a Discord message. It's kind of important. All right. Mutable self. The user ID and the username. SQLX query. Never mind, I thought you were working in Unreal Engine. It looks like what happens when you cross a border on level streams. Ah, I see. I kind of was thinking that you might have been thinking about Unreal or something. You did come from an Unreal stream, so the SandSim is actually in a custom-made C++ engine. If you could even call it a game engine, it's like bare minimum, like a while loop with, you know, OpenGL graphics. It's the bare minimum to make a window and render some graphics, and that's the way I wanted it. So the AI here might be fucking with me. Let me make sure. Update chatters, set username, where username equals. Okay, so user ID and then the username. We want the user ID. Set. I guess we should say new username. So we want the new username and then the user ID. There we go. I was trying to mess with me. See, that's why you always have to double check this stuff. Self connection acquire dot await. All right, so we got update username. Now add XP. Oh, you can do math in SQL? Interesting. Forgot about that. Async function. Add XP. The user ID to add the XP to, and the amount to add. Update chatters, set XP equal to XP plus where user ID and the XP to add and that execute dot await. Okay. Also, thank you for the follow. I am not hearing my Twitch alert sounds for some reason. I'm relearning C# and going to be working with Monogame to create my own visual novel / 2D game engine. Interesting. What is Monogame? Is that like a... Pretty sure I heard them. You might not be monitoring. That's true. I also am on Linux, so this is my complicated audio setup, you know. It looks like it is, but the volume just might not be loud enough. I just don't want my volume up very high. There's also free TTS if you want. I can hear the TTS.
Hello.
But yeah, this might just be too quiet or something. Ad starting in 1 minute.
Just a warning. Ads are starting in 1 minute.
Thank you, TTS. I do want to add different TTS characters, kind of like what Hypnotic has, Hypnotic Games. Probably not like copying his characters, obviously, but that's what I was doing. I was looking up what is Monogame. One framework for creating powerful cross-platform games. So I guess it's kind of like a game engine, sort of. Or is it like a framework for making a game engine? Monogame is a simple and powerful .NET framework for creating games for desktop PCs, video game consoles, and mobile devices using the C# programming language. It has been successfully used to create games such as Streets of Rage 4, Carry On, Celeste, Stardew Valley, and many others. It is a re-implementation of the discontinued Microsoft's XNA framework. Man, I'm going to be learning a lot today. Because I've never heard of Microsoft's XNA framework. My goodness, I cannot speak sometimes. I should probably be using this pool thing because it's a little bit less. I don't have to type all that, but I'm not going to worry about it right now. Looks like ads are starting, so I'll chill for a second. I wish the sun would come out. Oh, I'm so tired. I also keep writing this boring code while I wait. Pub async function set chatted this stream. You're really not missing much. Oh, yeah, right. Chatted this stream. Probably want myself. The user ID. SQLX query. Update chatters. Set did chat this stream equal to 1 where the user ID equals that dot execute dot await. Error returned from the database. No such column did chat this stream, except you auto-completed it. Oh, welcome back from ads. So pretty much it's a very lightweight game engine. You have to build all of the UI. I'm going to be working on a way for people to easily create visual novels and visual novel games, where people can drag and drop toggle options and enter their own values. Pretty much people will just need their art and dialogue. Also thinking about adding a feature where you can do art in engine as well. Ooh, that sounds interesting. I guess there aren't really a lot of tools for creators to very easily create visual novel games or just like visual novels and stuff from their work. So I guess that could be quite useful. I mean, not that I would use it. I'm not that creative, but Uh, I'm guessing you've run into an issue where there isn't such a thing for creating visual novel games, and that's that you're interested in making a visual novel game, and that's why you were gonna make a engine for it, or a plugin or whatnot. Just I know with the Sand Sim stuff, I tried using different game engines, and I came across, like, I just realized I'm gonna have to make my own engine for it because game engines are just too much bloat for what I'm trying to do. I need maximum control over what the computer's doing, and game engines just do a bunch of extra stuff that I don't need. I know the tools that people have access to are bloated and are over bloated, over monetized. I mean, oh yeah. Yeah, that's true. I mean, yeah, I guess there are like tools, but they have like it's like a one size fits all kind of thing, and it costs a fortune to use. I I've I've seen that quite a bit. A lot of creative software is extremely expensive, or nowadays it's extremely expensive per month. Yeah, try dealing with that. Man, the days when you could buy a license for something and you own it, and you own the copy of it, at least the version that you bought the license for, you own it forever. Thanks, Adobe. Ah, fuck Adobe. Fuck Adobe. I I really like DaVinci Resolve. If you know what that is, I assume you would. But like, first off, they have the free version, which is absolutely fucking insane what you get in the free version. The fact they're giving that out for free is just blows my mind. Like, I've used the free version for years and have had zero reason to buy the paid version. Except I did actually buy the paid version um, because I wanted to. I wanted some of the like more advanced features and cooler stuff that it had, just to like, because I wanted to mess around. But like the really the things that you end up getting with the paid versions, like you can edit 8K and higher video, and like you get like the super AI features and whatnot. I don't remember exactly, but it's like free until you monetize, right? Like you're supposed to pay before you ship something you can make money off of. I think it's just completely free even for commercial use. I'm pretty sure. Although, like, if you're using it commercially, you're probably already wanting to actually buy anyway. And it's just a one time purchase. And then you get it and all updates. Like, the thing with Blackmagic Design, though, they make these extremely expensive cameras and, like, film equipment and stuff. So I completely understand how the heck they're able to. I completely understand how they are able to offer this thing for free and also continue just having a license that you buy at once and you own it, and all versions of it. Like, I'm pretty sure you could downgrade the version. Like, it just doesn't, like, it's pretty nice. But like, yeah, they're selling this camera for freaking $5,000, and it probably comes with a license to DaVinci Resolve that you can probably buy off of people on eBay because they have so many of them. Because they're buying a bunch of this equipment and don't need more licenses to it because they already have one. But like, there's no reason for them to do any of that with Resolve. It's actually insane though. It's so good. But the thing that makes me mad though, kind of, because I somewhat recently bought it, but then I switched to Linux, and support for like video codecs and stuff is so awful on Linux. At least in DaVinci Resolve, because there's just like a bunch of licensing issues around it, I guess. So then that's why the paid version has been nice, is I get a few more codecs that do work because they're able to like license them and whatnot. But like, I can't run it because I don't have an NVIDIA graphics card because it needs CUDA on Linux. So I have to install the ROCm drivers. But the ROCm drivers break the H.264 encoder, the graphics card H.264 encoder. And everywhere that I stream, except for YouTube, requires H.264. So, like, if it broke the H.265 encoder, I wouldn't even know and I wouldn't care. But it's just, that's a whole rant that I don't want to continue. But I do want to get back into editing video, though. I want to do, I want to edit a gaming stream I did. But back to my coding. Error returned from the okay, it's just complaining because it doesn't know about that field, I guess. So we set chatters this stream, clear chatters stream all. Hub async function, clear chatters this stream all. Yeah, Linux support isn't always there. I'll be back. I'm gonna run to the store. You got this? Alright. Thank you. Thanks for sticking around and chatting. Hope you find everything you need at the grocery store. And hope eggs are not too expensive. Those darn eggs. Okay. But yeah, Linux has been an interesting experience. I actually wanted to switch probably a few years ago, to be honest, but the problem was gaming, because I really wanted to game more. Did chat the stream? We're not doing that. Yes, that is the intended effects. Thank you. I wanted to switch to Linux way longer ago, but the gaming thing was just not very great. You would have to like set up Wine and like do some weird stuff with Steam and stuff like that. Steam came out with Proton and it was fine. It had a lot of issues though, but then the Steam Deck came out, which really pushed for Proton to like work really well and support a lot of games. And pretty much every game that I play, it just works. So yeah, and if it doesn't work, there's usually some sort of fix for it. So execute. I think there were a few other reasons I hadn't wanted to switch. I I like went between using Windows and Linux though, depending on the task I was doing sometimes. Like I could use Linux for a lot of my daily tasks, just using the web browser, watching streams, watching YouTube, reading emails, and even actually streaming is honestly, in my opinion, so much better on Linux. Because you know what I can do? Because I, not that it matter for streaming, but for recording, like I like to keep all of the like audio inputs on separate tracks for the recording because I record while I stream. But if I also do like gaming stuff, it's like I can route audio to from and to wherever I want, however I want, and it's really easy. I can create as many virtual audio devices as I desire. It's really easy to do that. And I can control the audio or where audio goes down to like individual Chrome tabs. Like if I don't want to hear this Chrome tab, I just go bop, get out of here. I don't hear it. Looks like I'm lurking myself right now. Because I got raided by Imaginary and I was lurking him. But yeah, the audio control is just so much better. Why is OBS having issues? What the heck?